Hey guys, welcome to part 5 of my retrospective, a look back at my Let's Plays. Ah, you guys enjoying this series so far? I mean, it feels so good for me to just go back and look at all these Let's Plays I've done. So let's get on with the next game to look at.
Hello everyone, I'm SC Knuckles and welcome to Let's Play Classics.
Nice second day. The next game in the day series. From what I remember of the second game of the day series, it was really the worst of the day series. I don't know what made it so bad. I guess it just wasn't as good as the others. Granted, it looked like there was more effort, but behind it or something. I'm not quite sure, but definitely I don't think that it was too bad. I just thought it was the weakest. I guess there were some aspects of it that differed from the first game and the others that pretty much made it the worst of the day series. I mean, again, I thought the day series was one of the best series I've done, and it gets better as we go on when we look at the next one coming up.
Making a bad reputation right now just by playing.
That song right there, I remember hearing that song from before. That's the song to the Zelda music in to the Zelda dungeon in Randomizer. I always wondered if I heard it before, and it was from here. And I still remember that this was the first ever series I reviewed, and yeah, it shows that this was bad. I'm looking at this, and I still think the day series is very good. I don't think it's bad at all. I think this is still one series he's done, that Joel has done, that's very good, and it gets better in the next one, which we are looking at right now, Link's Third Day. Yeah, Link's Third Day is ideally the best one of all. I'm looking at this right now and I'm like, ha ha ha. That doesn't go past one much anymore. That's another game we'll get to later. But yeah, the third series I thought was ideally the best. I mean, I like how this map looked. And it looks a lot more clear, and the music was a lot better. Especially level 5. And honestly, I want to know what's the whole aspect with the Hero's Cave. Yeah, I get the Hero's Cave from the Oracle games. Do we have to replicate it here all the time? Yeah, the third game was ideally better. The only weak point, if I remember, was I don't think there was a white sword, and I don't think there was a gold ring in this one. Just looking at these just reminds me of just how good these things can be. And yeah, everything was good.
Oh, now that we have this key, we can go with this way.
Hearing my voice saying that.
And we have another keyway there.
Hearing my voice just say this way.
We have green Octoroks. The Octorok's feeling kind of sick today.
And that's a gimmick I still think of today with any enemy that's green. Oh, they're tainted. Well, so thank goodness there's no poison effect in Zelda Classic, just a drunk effect. Third Day. Best one of all in the series. Granted, the next one and the final one in the day series, Final Day, although Joel has now called this Fourth Day to fit in a quest later on, I don't know why. Fourth Day was pretty much one that pretty much saw things falling apart. He had to use Majora's Mask as a reference for this one, or inspiration for it, I should say. I did not like the fact that the sword couldn't pick up items anymore. I had to walk over it. That was weak. And why the hell does Link look a lot brighter now thinking about it? I don't understand that. And this was also a series where later on I mentioned that my data gets deleted in Zelda Classic, and I had to play this all over again. And ideally I played the redone a lot better than this because I didn't even die in the redone. That's why y'all saw no death. When in the LP, I did die. Was I becoming a lot better at Joel's quests? It would take one to ruin that kind of thing. See, he used Majora's Mask as a reference.
The temples are. Correction, you should know what the temples' names are. I won't say that this is a complete remake of Majora's Mask. Anyway, I don't mean to bash this, saying I want to get the day series done. It's just that I'm ready to move on to some other quests. But I will keep an unbiased saying and just go through the fourth way with Brady's.
Yes. The day series concluded here, and this is when I started reviewing. It was all so good. And now we come to probably one of the best projects of all. The Legend of Amy Rose. Oh, yes, The Legend of Amy Rose. It's still a game I love to this day, and it's still pretty much, I think, one of my best ones. It's only because I had to do the voice acting for Amy. That was pretty much the most iconic thing, probably. Everybody just probably loved it. I tried doing a high-pitched one, and now I just do a normal one. And shoot, I even bring her up in Skype calls. Was there a problem with me? I don't even think so. Man, I just loved how this was. I mean, gee. Yeah, everything was perfectly good about this. I made a part 0 because I wanted to show that, hey, this is going to be my next project, but I think at this time, another chapter of Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch came into play, and I wanted to get that out of the way before starting this. So, yeah. Legend of Amy Rose. One of the great series. And an accomplishment into this LP. If you've seen it to the end, I did not die through this entirety. No matter, so seeing as how freaking hard it is at most points. Completing this as an LP dubbed me the master of The Legend of Amy Rose. I hope I can continue on with that. And I'm pretty sure Amy will appreciate it too. And no, I will. I'm silly. Okay, after the Legend of Amy Rose came Islands of Death. Doc Kirby 8305's quest. Oh man, I even remember seeing these when he did it too, and this was like the first introduction I had of DK. This quest introduced me to him. And of course I would just talk to him and whatnot, and I still don't know to this day when it was or why I started getting into Skype calls with him. I don't know what it was. I mean, I'm happy we are friends today, but I just don't know how. Yeah, Islands of Death, pretty much. The quest itself was pretty good. I didn't think it was too bad. Yeah, I came across some bullshit moments at the time. And the fact that this was a very, very early form of version of a quest, 1.92 beta 183, I think, just kind of made it. I don't know what the word I'm looking for there is. But hey, I don't think the quest was too bad. There were some moments. There were others who thought it was bad. And well, opinion's opinion. I thought the quest was pretty good.
Going into level 1 with Proto Man music from level 5. Mega Man 5.
Well, bad speech there, but Islands of Death. Give it a try, guys, if you haven't. It's still pretty good. And it's still one of TK's best. We'll be getting to his really best later on. Yes. Another playthrough of the Oracle games. The third playthrough. Nothing really different about this, I guess I can say, because Nothing really changes with these. I just thought, do I really want to do another playthrough of this again? I was feeling like I really wanted to, and thus I did. I just loved the Oracle games. I thought they were pretty good.
It's just not necessary to have. It's just there to annoy you. It does nothing. It just shows a friendship ring. I would never give a friendship ring to a guy.
That's actually very true. I would not. Oh, yes. Nothing really different about the playthrough itself. Just now starting with seasons instead of ages like I did with the, dang, nose is itching. For the, first part. Or for the first series. Yeah. Another playthrough. Hope you guys will enjoy it when I finally get through. Now we come to the second game that TK has made, Castles of Peril. Ooh, this one really. This one was really harsh. Well, for starters, there were some mechanics that just didn't work well. This quest just didn't translate to 2.5 pretty well, like Islands of Death did. I don't know why. It's strange and whatnot. Do I think this quest was bad? I think this quest is better in terms of music, I think. Yeah, from what I remember. I don't think it was too bad. Oh boy. Did y'all guys see Melee's run of this? Melee Wizard's run of this? Seeing him go to level 8 first, and pretty much dubbing this worst quest ever. I don't mean to reference another LP or stuff in my retrospective, but I'm watching it and I'm like, ouch. I can get when you're mad and you say things you probably don't mean to say, but ugh. Sometimes I do mean it if I do get pissed off. Alright, let's listen to just a few minutes of this.
So yeah, this quest just...
If I bring up the volume of the video itself, it's because I'm usually running out of things to say. So let's just watch a little bit of mine.
Quest will not crap out on me. Anyway, here is Castle 1. The Tree Stump Dungeon. With Castlevania music. If you don't know this, then you probably don't know Castlevania. Although I've never actually finished a Castlevania game, so yeah. I just heard of the game. Some people will be like, oh, he's never completed a Castlevania game. Come on, I just never had the time to play it. Or I wasn't interested into it back then. Alright. Let's kill the Zold. I think they transfer back. Or not. We'll just take them out simply like that.
Simply like that. Brilliant quest. It did suffer some problems though, as there was not being very good save points, and you would have to go all the way to the beginning if you died in the overworld. Yeah, there was a lot of problems with this. And TK has made a updated version that should be a lot better, especially when it came to the tunnels, as that was the most tedious part. I'm just gonna dang gum right say it's just Ages the third playthrough. Just another playthrough of it. I mean, there's really nothing much for me to say about this one. I mean, it's not until we actually finish the fourth playthrough, what I'm still working on, is when I have a story to tell. I guess we'll just listen to a minute of this one.
Much worse. We're in the present, she went to the past. Uh-oh. Something must be happening to her. And the Maku tree disappears. Kinda luck I'll get out of here. See if we can get ourselves some big money. Do you really think I want to marry a tree?
That's still fine to this day. I don't care what anyone thinks. Third playthrough of Ages. Nothing different. Just another playthrough. Okay. And we'll look at the last one for this video. 3 Forces. Oh boy. 3 Forces. Oh man, do I have a story to tell with this one. Yeah. This was during the time that the creator of this was a Link fan 212, I think that's how it was. Yeah, this was heavily requested all the time by him too. Let's just say he was a little bit more annoying back then. He's not these days anymore. In fact, I don't even talk to him that much, really. I don't want to say anything negative about him. He's still a good kid. It isn't even fair to say that anymore. But anyway, the quest itself, I found it just a little bit, like I mentioned in the review, I found it just a little bit annoying with some puzzles and everything. And the music, it was too low for me in this, wasn't it?
And a key with wings. Essentially, that's the boss key. Which one of you is pushing?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I can even barely hear it in the video. Music, it was all Zelda-related stuff. And I was thinking to myself, I don't really want to hear only Zelda songs. I really want to hear some things different in here. But the real aspect of this is what bothers me is later on. I included TK as a guest in this project because the quest was kind of drowning me out. And TK and I were making harsh jokes about Link fan in general. To the point where he put up a comment on me saying we made him feel bad and everything. Normally when it comes to these situations, to where I feel like I've made a mistake, I can try and pinpoint evidence as much as I can to see if I can find a way out of it. Unfortunately with this, I could not find a way out of it, and I felt really horrible about it. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I don't want drama on my channel. This is not what's supposed to be going on. It almost made me feel like I was a bad Let's Player in the beginning, and I just felt like it's even worth Let's Playing anymore if people weren't going to be getting my jokes. I was only having fun and everything. It just made me feel really horrible about what kind of person I am. Which is why to this day I still think, is it even going to be worth doing any more Link fan quests? I don't want to take him out. I don't want to just take him out. Knock off the option of doing his quest. Maybe things have changed now. Things have changed now since this time. Everything seems a lot better. But just during this project is when I felt really horrible about what I did, and made me look at myself as, what kind of person are you, Knuckles? What have you become? I apologize for my behavior in this project, but yeah, I really should not have been that kind of person. And no matter what Link fan says, there will not be a heartless run of this playthrough. Come on. That's just hard mode, and if you see me lose my sanity before, you're going to see it lose 10 times worse if I play this with no hearts drop. That's essentially what it is. I still think it's an okay quest. Will we ever see the sequel? I don't know. That quest has probably been in up and down limbo since this one came out. Who knows? But I still plan to do it at some point. And well, guys, we're gonna stop this part there. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. So for the next part, things we'll look at, we'll be looking at the quest that pretty much changed on how my formula is today. And we'll also look at probably one of the harshest quests of all that I still think is the worst quest ever made. And we'll also be looking at a series that was supposed to go on, but stopped. Join us next time, guys, when we continue on with our retrospective. Retrospective, a look back at my Let's Plays, to be continued.